Thought they could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Hit dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors.
Much appreciated, Coach. Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in Northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Keep playing hard.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. He'll have a first down past the 40. But he's free going down the left side. Here in this opening quarter. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go. Here we go. 90 Wolf. I got. Shoot.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Good job, King.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A big run by the big man Fournette. 57 yards on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. The open man is Westbrook. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. D.D. Westbrook. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, in first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. 2nd and 5. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Set, ready, get ready. 54 miles. They're going to need some therapy after this. Check. Check out route.
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Jaguars' 45-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Get off the field.
From the gun, they run with Michelle. And some room to roam now. The 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Hey, tight down. There you go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Here's Sanu on the catch. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Back to throw. Love. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that makes the score 14-7. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sidelines. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Yo.
Hey,
What am I playing right now? You put the stream up.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. And he'll get that to Fournette.
I can't
Complete.
even watch your broadcast.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
When he had the Bucks, right?
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go. And that's caught inside the 30. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 42 yards.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Strong right.
On 2nd down, Minshew.
Check, 27.
That one complete. He finds Sharp. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll go with the keeper, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling. Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the throwing football.
Not at all.
A shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
His line is better than mine.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it. What people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Shoot me a message, let me know.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
I say he broke, but that's probably why he spent the invites.
Once more on
You don't get his
2nd and
comeback till
10.
first.
Minshew, that's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense
Just always look and
nowadays.
see how far his corners are playing, where they're at the leverage, and that plays his own.
At the 44-yard line. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Minshew. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down. This quarterback now.
Put that bitch on the ground, boy.
9 of 10 in this
You got
first
big
half.
horse. Feed that big horse.
1st and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Look at CD.
Leonard Fournette, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
They'll run on 1st down. Michel, and he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Looking to throw. Love. And he says intercepted. It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. He was looking for Edelman there. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
On the ground, Rich. We want you to throw it. Don't throw it to nobody's zone.
Out of the pistol.
Yeah, he only got 4 down linemen and this big gap.
Pick up of 4 here, up to their own 20.
On any running play
Gotta beat
called,
one guy.
they're always hoping that it's going to
Once you get
break
past the
big
inside zone,
and go
one
the
guy.
distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
He did?
Yeah,
he's looking for a linebacker.
In there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Oh.
Great job defensively.
Yeah, that was tough right there. That was a good cover.
His progressions, find someone to get rid of the football before he knew he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the
Who
football.
got ball first?
That led to the sack.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got step.
To throw on 2nd down. Love.
Got 3 receivers, but
he finds Hopkins complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down.
Whoa, who is it? Who's 50? It's a mismatch. I will stay dime. And instead of going dollar, I'll go dime. because it'll bring more dollars, more linebackers.
Now Stidham on first down. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit.
That's cover 3. That's good. That's probably the only play I'd be
fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
It's just,
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
That dude's from my hometown.
2nd and 3.
It's crazy how he blew up
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something
don't play like you're down.
You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got him pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That's his weakness, his corner routes, bro. He can't cover it.
This quarterback now, only 1 pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Minshew.
He got it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play?
Big horse, bro.
Can he
get your field goal in for the game over with, bro.
If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
You saw he ain't cover 2 ever.
Come up on a 1st and 10. Fournette. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I would do a play action after this play, dude, because he's really hot. Feel me?
Off play action, it's Minshew. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
If all fell, he at least want to get a field goal. He's in a lot of cover 2 right now, so you gotta know what beats that. That's his go-to coverage.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. He completes it to Westbrook, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Yeah, just because if you force him down the field, you can. He's probably... Ooh, bro, you got some good plays for play action, bro. Bro, that shit... Oh, dude, that shit with the wheel, dude. Bro.
Fournette, a first down carry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to question. I was out there on
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Lambeau is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Well, what are we doing?
I started
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jamie Collins in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And the pressure gets to him again. Jamie Collins has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
He has a different. He plays on comp, bro. That's just crazy.
Excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Definitely can't let him score right here,
Pats
bro.
at the line, ready to go. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
All right, let's see if this is a big play right here, Rich. What you think he's going to do? So it's 3 receivers, running back.
From the gun on 3rd down.
All right, he's definitely going to do that.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Pretty good punt.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Danny Shelton muscles his way in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
The middle is wide open.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
But it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for him. Picked up really nice yardage,
just know,
but he's
like,
got a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's out to his running back, Fournette. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop
I'll go
before
for
it.
it, bro. Because
here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville.
Score, dude. He's giving him a ball.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Yeah, probably, yeah, because you can't even, it's hard for you to get 10 yards in 4 plays. I can't imagine 2 yards in 1 play. Yeah.
The Pats at the line ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And it's Michel once again. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. To the catch made by Hopkins. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I review that.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Love. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the gun, Love. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. A gain there of 21 yards. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
That one good for 13 and a New England 1st down.
Runs outside.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Outside zone.
They'll throw on 1st down with Stidham. Oh, Incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Second and 10. It's complete to Hopkins. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Get a top.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Back to throw. Love. It's complete. James White. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
You need to put the ball on the ground, to be honest with you, bro.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up first and 10 at the 40.
Check 9, check 9. You draw quarters.
On the run, it's Fournette.
Oh, touchdown, baby.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point tacked on by Lambo, and that will put them on top here in the third. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in after 1.
Under 3 minutes.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, about under 3 minutes, 2 minutes.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They begin with Michelle on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Back now in Jacksonville.
So you need to know
and we've got a data here. 1-point game as we begin the 4th.
You gotta protect, all right? Stop thinking he's gonna throw the ball in with no quarterback.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Well, I mean, it's gonna be hard to break
on first and 10. He's going to air it out for Dorset.
Or man-to-man, so you gotta.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there for New England. 55 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
Up one. If you score and get a field goal, you're up one. So don't
off the
panic.
play fake. Love. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal.
You know what I'm saying?
Operating from the gun. Love. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for a 4th quarter lead. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking a big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
You need to set this drive up for your next drive.
On that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Meaning, you score here, limit him, stop him, and then
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
If you hit him with like a play action, dude, like a real play action,
he's expecting that play action to go on.
I think he's gonna that corner
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Well, you don't run that shit, bro. You got fast-ass receivers. You got an air raid team,
and that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They don't go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner, just grab a hot dog or 2.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks. The speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
His coverages leave him in this deep middle of the field open.
Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was what's commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sideline. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing. It puts them in that position.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michelle. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter.
Big stop, Rich. Big
so the
stop
Patriots
right
with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Boy. Just this is a good coverage right here. I would play Elliott. Yeah, I'll play on Elliott.
The hook up on the right side.
Just know you're back on timeout. Know what
he is going to be stopped at the 12.
What did you do?
Short of the first down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone.
You know what I mean? Down by 2, so he's not going to punt it past the damn 55. He's not going to punt it 55 yards, so you're good. Let that bitch run down, cause make this the last position of the game. He's gonna play in a cover 2, cover 3. You just gotta know which one it is and attack, bro.
And
you gotta plan before he plans. Like he has to react off what you do. If you come up with 5 receivers, he has to fuck. He gotta change his whole formation.
First down and 10.
But you just punt return to give you some. Ooh, I would have outside.
I was gonna go to the right.
Yeah, all the way right, bro.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practice. Practice makes perfect. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Back to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. This is Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. They'll run it again with Fournette. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st.
55 not bad. It's not a bad kick. You just got to make sure you hit X when you got to hit X.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
I wouldn't call timeout because he's going to ice you.
So now the onus will fall on his shoulders of Josh Lambo. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. This from 55 yards out. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Did you take it already?
Well, befitting a tight game like this, it all came down to the wire. But in the end, the field goal to win, it goes begging.
I timed it perfect.
Oh, man, that is a tough way to lose a football game. You put yourself in position, and you give yourself a chance. But it's just not meant to be.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Patriots, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they will head back home next
Huh?
That's the whole one.
How are you in your division though? How are you in your division?
I'm last place.
How about how many games?
I gotta win out. Huh?
You gotta win out, dude. It's like fucking. You got like 6 games. You gotta win out.
I gotta win out. Got 5 losses.
No one in your division has 3 losses.
Titans and Colts have to go.
So how are you last?
I'm last place at 5 losses.
No, I mean like how you gotta win. I don't think you gotta win out. I don't even think they're in playoff condition.
No, they are.
There's a lot of 4-4 teams.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, pass the big skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards. You just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no fives and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she wanna like me cause I claim she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit on my ex like, girl, you can count on him. Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard.
Yeah, very good, though.
30 on my wrist, what a point to guard. Big numbers, big numbers.
10 and
100
12.
minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers.
I get better blocking.
That's a big